The floors are all done. So you can see what all the windows look like now that they're installed. I think this is going to be one of the new in-ground alignment racks. Those are the garage doors. That's where I was just walking. That's the new tool room. Here's the other part of the shop. Another garage door. This is the car wash. All right, so that was a little tour of the shop so far. I was finally able to get in here and show you what the new floors look like. Now I want to take you to go see Brad Schlossmann, the owner of Honda City. We're going to talk about the Schlossmann family, the history of the family, and a little bit of the history of Honda City.
Martin, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Excellent, thank you. You have a good holiday?
I did, I had an excellent holiday. How about you?
Good, excellent, very good.
Well, because they're pouring the floors in the new shop right now, there's not a whole lot going on from week to week until they're done with that. So I kind of wanted to take the opportunity to talk to you about the Schlossmann family and the history in the dealership. You know, how did the Schlossmanns get into the car business?
Okay, well, first of all, before we do that, Martin, you got to pronounce the name properly. The name is Schlossmann.
Schlossmann.
No, people keep talking with the slush. The slush is with the snow. The Schloss is with the car dealership. It's Schlossmann.
Schlossmann.
Very good, Martin.
Yes.
All right. The Schlossmann Automotive Group started out in 1967 with one Dodge dealership, which was my dad's. Before that, my father had worked in the car industry, I believe starting in the early 50s when he got out of the Army, maybe it was the late 40s. But he started out selling cars, and then eventually he started working at Hartung Rambler. Hartung Rambler is on 3rd Street, which is now Martin Luther King Street. They were a Rambler dealership, and then eventually Mr. Hartung changed over to the Ford franchise. And then Mr. Hartung decided to retire, and he moved to Florida, and he closed the dealership. At that point in time, my dad went into the used car business on 3rd Street, just down the road from Hartung. He had a lot with a partner by the name of Chuck Ramsey, R&S Motors, the used car lot. Right in front of the, I think it's the 5th District Police Department, so it was kind of fun going down to visit my father on the weekends. We saw a lot of action at that 5th District Police Department, as well as a lot of action on the used car lot. But my most vivid memory, Martin, is of the vending machine that had the bottle of ice-cold Mountain Dew.
Oh, I bet that was
nice. It had
nice.
one of those deals where you had to slide it around these grooves, kind of like going through a line for TSA or something else. And you pulled that bottle of Mountain Dew out, and the thing was just dripping with little icicles. It was the most delicious soda at any time. Anyways, I digress. Someone from, at the time it was called First Wisconsin, came to my father. His name was Harry Lundquist. He was a banker at First Wisconsin, and told my dad that Chrysler Corporation was looking to add a Dodge dealer in the city of Milwaukee. And would he have an interest in getting involved in a program that allows dealers with some experience and very little capital to get into the car business. And that's how my dad got into the new car business. So in 1967, he opened up on, I believe it was 29th and North Avenue. In 1967, we had rioting going on in the area of the dealership. So it was a tough go at first. He struggled for a year. Eventually, a year later, we moved out to 114th and Burlock, a building that Chrysler had built for his dealership. Moved in there and was there until 2006 when we moved that dealership out to Brookfield, which is currently on 192nd and Capitol Drive. In the interim, in 1979, we purchased Peters Dodge out of bankruptcy. Ironically, we lost that dealership out of bankruptcy when the Chrysler Corporation went BK. They decided, well, they took our franchise from us amongst another, I don't know how many hundreds of dealerships in the city. Didn't make sense at the time, still doesn't make sense, but things happen. And I guess luckily for us, we were able to survive by having a Subaru franchise. When we first took the Subaru franchise on, it was very small, very low volume, but it has grown tremendously into a very good volume store, and it's a very good product as well. In 1989, we purchased King Honda, which was on 76th and Layton. Ran the Honda store there until 1995, and in 1995 we purchased this facility on Highway 100, which had Oldsmobile and Isuzu. So we had Honda, Oldsmobile, and Isuzu in one showroom here. Eventually Oldsmobile went out of business in this country, and then Isuzu also pulled the plug on the United States market, and we were left with just a Honda product, which is still, again, an excellent product. We expanded. We built a new showroom in 2006, and we built, we're in the process, obviously, of building a new service department now. So we've been very lucky and very successful with some great franchises, and again, it all goes down to the one thing that my father always taught my brother and I: you are only as good as the people that you surround yourself with. And that's how we view our success, based on the people that are working with us. And obviously we can't do it alone, and we need good people, and we have good people. But again, he always told us, you're never going to succeed unless you have good people surrounding you. So we also picked up Mitsubishi a few years ago. Martin, that ding is back. That's on the 27th Street store along with Subaru. And then we also purchased the BMW motorcycle dealership 5 years ago, and was able to add Triumph motorcycles at the time. And that dealership now is over on 120th and Silver Spring, and it's a very interesting business. Half of what the car business is. Do you know why, Martin?
No.
Because it's only got 2 wheels versus 4. But let me ask you a question. Have you seen that new Turbo Civic?
I have seen it, but I have not driven it yet.
You got to drive it.
I know, I kind of want to.
Dynamite car, and that turbo engine is just exciting.
I honestly think it's the best Civic that they've ever made.
It is the best
It's
Civic
beautiful.
they've ever made. It really is, Martin. They have promised us that we will be in our new shop at the end of December. I sure hope that that's the case.
Perfect. Thank you very much. I will let you get back to your day.
Nice talking with you today, Martin.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Thank you.